When you look at the regions of Nigeria where all palm is cultivated, you're looking at everything below the middle belt of Nigeria because all palm is not cultivated in the northern parts. You're looking at Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Kogi State, Edo State, where Okomu and what do you call it, Presco. That's like the region. That's where they operate from. There's just not enough people currently farming. Even if there were, if you were to turn Nigeria upside down and just have everybody all hands on deck cultivating palm oil, it's still going to take you at least 5 years to see returns on your investment because you got to go through the seedling phase. That is anywhere from 4 to 5 years, depending on the quality of your soil. And that is barring anything happening. Remember, at one point, pre independence, Nigeria was number one. Before oil, fossil fuel, oil took over, and agriculture was just pushed back to the back burner so far back that is almost virtually impossible to recover from. So sitting on the fence for the past 5 years, I've sat and I've just trying to figure out a way to make it work. Do I what do you do? Do you then invest in a company like Okomu Oil and Presco Oil that's in the business of palm oil farming, cultivation, processing, and export? But then you also have to look at the stock performance of these companies. I mean, if you have the investment, if you have the money, maybe you want to throw $500 at it, throw $1,000 at it, and see what happens in maybe 5 years. I still think that is probably a better option than what land banking. See how your money performs with Okomu, 1,110 naira as of today per share. Maybe you can try that. I've also been looking, like I said, I've been looking into, in past videos, I've talked about looking into investing in Okomu myself and also Presco myself. But then I just keep looking at the trends. It's not encouraging. It's not usually because I have US stocks as well that I invest in. When I see my stocks performing well, what do? I add more money. I invest more because I'm watching it grow. As of right now, Como and Presco, the two top players in the palm oil refining space in Nigeria, are really not that they're not performing that well. And we're looking at a situation, this is a simplified value chain. So you're going to ask, well, how much is red oil going for right now in the markets? It's about $900 to $950 per ton. I'm getting somewhere here. Refined palm oil is actually premium. So that's more. That's going for about $980 to $1,200 per ton. So let's look at what palm oil is selling for right now. And I'll do a little bit of a comparison between local Nigerian palm oil sales and the US side. So in the United States, you can go on a platform like Amazon and buy a liter of palm oil for $20. Okay, so that yellow jerry can that we use in Nigeria, that jerry can is anywhere, depending on the size, it could be anywhere from 20 liters to 25 liters for that jerry can. So the last time that I checked, palm oil in Nigeria was going, this was about a month, 2 months ago. I don't know what it is now, but I'm pretty sure with Christmas coming up, it's much higher. But the last rate that I got for a 25 liter of red palm oil in Nigeria was 70,000 naira. So 70,000 divided by 25. That's 2,800 naira per liter locally in Nigeria. That same liter you can get $20 for it in the United States. So 20 times, let's just say exchange rate is 1450. 29,000, an equivalent of 29,000 naira per liter, divided by 2800. You can get 10x in the United States compared to Nigeria. So you can see, and I can guarantee you this, and I don't have the proof, I don't have insider knowledge on this, but I can almost guarantee you, like companies like Presco and what do you call it? Okomu, local demand be damned. They're not looking at local demand. They're not interested in that. The little that they are able to refine and process is exported because they have to answer to shareholders. They're not beholding to you, the local customer there in Nigeria. They're not beholding to you. They're beholding to the shareholders. Doesn't it make sense? If you were Okomu or Presco, wouldn't you export the little that you are able to refine and process there locally? Why would you sell locally to the locals? There's no money. There is no money in localizing your palm oil in Nigeria. Nigeria is a volume play. You have to sell a lot of volume for it to even make sense. So the little smallholder farmers that are able to mill the oil in their backyard, and by the way, this is actually illegal because it's not as if that they're milling in a certified environment. They're milling it locally there, they'll sell it to somebody, they'll trade it abroad. That is the little volume. That is what really makes sense as far as if you want to at least, you're not going to get rich in oil farming. You're not going to make a lot of money in palm oil, in oil palm farming in Nigeria. Just farming alone isn't going to make it work. And even if you were to refine and process there locally and sell, if you were to take your palm oil to the market right now, I'm guaranteeing you, you're not going to leave that market without palm oil. You're going to be sold out. But then you're talking about razor thin profit margins in a local naira currency. That doesn't really benefit you if you are a local smallholder or palm farmer in Nigeria. And by smallholder, I'm talking about less than 5 hectares. How many smallholder farmers in Nigeria actually have that? Or perhaps if you're a smallholder farmer, you don't want to deal with the headache of cultivation or the headache of doing your backyard milling. You could lease your land to companies like Okomu and Presco. They are looking, they are always looking for all palm farmers in that Edo region. You may not even have to be in Edo. You could be in Akwa Ibom State. Okomu is looking for suppliers. Okomu is looking for all palm farmers right now. Same thing with Presco. You can go on their website. But you have to apply and be accepted as a vendor. You're going to have to meet their requirements. If they have sustainable requirements, sustainability requirements, you're just going to have to meet that if you want to be in their fold. If I were farming right now, all palm farming right now, maybe that's what I would do. It's just lease out my farmland to the Okomus and the Prescos of Nigeria and let them deal with the harvesting and the cultivation. And then every year, I either collect my royalties or I collect my lease. Most Nigerians are not aware that there's that option available to them. So if you have a farmland and you are considering cultivating or planting all palm on it, just know that it's a long-term play. It's a marathon. It's not something that you can roll over like let's say cassava or corn. Like one season you plant corn on the land, the next season you plant cassava on the land, the next season you plant something else on the land. All palm is all palm tree is permanent. Unless you are looking at it from that standpoint, like this is going to be a permanent operation for me. This is going to be a permanent business for me. It's not something that I would advise you to get into. It's going to take you, like I said, for the first 5 years that you're in that line of work or in that line of business, is output, output, output. There is no income coming in. So that's the value. It's a very simplistic and simplified value chain. You got the plantation, you have the processing, which most Nigerians, that's really where they stop at. And then you have the refining into RPO, where the true opportunity is. Man, I just have to take a stand now. I don't know. I don't have as much confidence in this commodity that I once had 5 years ago. The confidence level is just not there because there is no indication that is telling me that this is a great space to continue. So yes, is it uh is it time to end the relationship? Is it time to end the relationship with my stand on this? I honestly just don't see a path forward.